And I was just thinking it takes a lot of people to put this together. I mean, one or two people just can't get the job done.
Right. That's true. We have 11 coaches on staff for football, and so we and that's not counting other coaches in other sports. And, so there's a lot of mentoring and tutoring going on by these coaches.
Tell me a lot about the traveling. Like I'm sure that you guys travel to different spots and play, and just wherever you're needed, you go. You know.
Well, we have a set schedule every year, and we're in a conference that has 11 teams in it.
Okay.
And so with that, being new, I don't know all of the places that we're
Right.
going to go. I know the first game is going to be in
Nashville.
Tennessee.
So how does that work? Do you guys get on a bus and
Yeah,
just
we'll bus in.
okay, bus in? So you guys, tell me what it takes to be a good team together. It takes teamwork.
Well, teamwork comes from consistently uh, being around each other.
Right.
That's probably the first requirement. The second requirement is going to be being able to work with each other and care about each other. Caring is very, very important.
Right.
Caring about each other, your teammates. So that's probably two of the most important things in being a team.
And these young men, they give it all. When they're on the field, they play their hearts out.
Well, we feel like as a coaching staff that if we do the right things, which is encouraging them and making them being held responsible for their grades. Their parents send them here to get an education. That's our responsibility to be a parent while they're away from home. And we feel like that if we do that and we encourage their spiritual life and we encourage them to take care of themselves physically, and the university is going to take care of them mentally, then everything else and winning and everything else is going to take care of itself.
Well, these young men, they need direction. And, what better way to get it from a coach, from a mentor, from somebody that's right there hands-on and showing care to them?
Well, that's what we try to do. And that's part of our responsibility as a coach.
Now, how long have you, in general, been involved in athletics? I know you've been here just a short time, but is this your first time?
I've been in high school football for 40 years.
40 years.
And I came to the university with Coach Reimer, and this is the first time that I've coached in college. Well, actually, it's the second time. I was a graduate assistant a number of years ago at East Tennessee State. But this is my first time as a full-time college coach.
Well, I'm sure throughout those years that you've just been there for so many young men out, getting on their first legs, as you will, showing them the ropes and showing them things.
Well, yes, a lot of times they show me. So.
And you adapt friends for life. You're not just a coach to these young men. You become a friend to them and somebody they can confide in, trust in, and talk to.
Well, that's part of it. I've sat down with young men many a time and talked to them about their family and their family problems. And I'm not always right. They're not always right. And it's, I hear people talk, and I some of our players sometimes say that, oh, God was on our side, and that's not the deal.
Right.
That's not the, we have to be on God's side, and that's where priorities come into play. Is if you get your priorities out of order, and we tell our young people that our priorities should be, and we tell them what they should be, and that's God, family, country, and academics, of course, and then team. And we tell them that's what their priorities should be, and if they get those priorities out of order, we're going to have problems. We're going to have stress in our life, and that's true of you or me or anybody. And but sometimes we're so young, with our players are so young that they don't understand that, and it's part of our job to explain what those priorities should be and how to keep them in order. And you know, sometimes we don't even know how to keep them in order,
Right.
but we have to continually ask the Lord to be glorified in our life, and that's going to help us keep those priorities in